Man, have I got a surprise for you today? Gonna show you my favorite running shoe. So, let's go take a look. All right, so I told you that I would tell you about my favorite shoes. So, I want to tell you a little story about how I got introduced to these shoes. So, about 2006, I had run my first Ironman. I ran my last Ironman, I think 2008 or 2009, Ironman Florida. So, after I ran the Ironman, every time I would run, I would have pain in my foot. Got really frustrated, tried to run through the pain. Actually got to where I could run about 3 miles before it would start hurting. So for a couple years after that, I'd run 3 miles. But it felt like a weird injury compared to anything I'd had before in pain. So finally I went to several doctors. One of them told me I had a pinched nerve and I was born with it, which kind of seems crazy because it didn't start hurting until I'd run all these distances, but maybe that's true. And the other one said that it was stress fractures. So I took a bunch of time off and then came back and decided I want to start running for my fitness again. So I started running, pain again. Then I was watching an info commercial one night and I saw this shoe called the Ultra, and I believe it was the Instinct 1.5. I was desperate, so I ordered it online right then. Just ordered it right then online, came in. I've worn it several times to work out. Not a lot running. It's a very thin soled shoe and small, but I knew immediately that the foot shaped shoe didn't hurt my foot. So a couple years ago, I bought the Ultra Touring. This is the 3.5. I absolutely love this shoe. I work in the cattle business and I work at a lot of feed stores and stuff like that. And I've told people, if you're on your feet just at work, you should buy these shoes. They're great. They're fantastic for being on your feet all the time. And they're great running shoes. For me, it's got that foot-shaped sole, so I have plenty of room where nothing puts pressure on that part of my foot where I was having all the pain. I can't tell you how many miles I've put on these shoes, and I absolutely love them. Then they came out with a Touring 4.0. They have this shoe, plus they have a Touring Plush. Great shoe. These are my road shoes. I love them. This shoe right here, I mean, if I'm not running on trail, if I'm running on anything, it's hard for me not to wear this shoe. And it's sad because it's last year's edition, and I don't think this one's any less supportive and feels as good. It's just this shoe feels so great. And I'll tell you, this part up here is just extremely comfortable on your foot. I've loved these shoes. Now there is some break-in point when you go to a zero drop shoe like the Ultra. Your calf will hurt just a little bit when you first start, but I mean, fantastic shoes. I even signed up to be one of their Red Team ambassadors this year on Ultra. Who knows if I'll get it, but these are fantastic shoes. This is their road shoes. So the Touring 3.5 and the Touring 4.0. The Touring will be a mainstay in my running shoe. These will be my two favorite road shoes as I go through my training for the next year. So, Ultra, Touring 3.5, and 4.0. Okay, now we're going to talk trail shoe. So, trail running is absolutely my favorite kind of running. I live in the Texas Panhandle, so I love to run in Powder Canyon, which is going to be really technical, really rocky, chance to twist your ankle every chance you get. They even have a great race down there called the Powder Trail 50, which have a 50 miler, a 50K, and a 25K. If you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see I have a video of me running the 50K this year. It's a beautiful race. If you get a chance, run it for sure. So, staying with Ultra on my trail shoe is the Olympus 3.5. This shoe is awesome. Now, if you're running 25Ks or less on trail, this is probably a little overkill with how much cushion it is. And I've heard people complain about how just short the back of the shoe is after you get through all the padding. I absolutely love the shoe. If you're going to run 100 miles, 50 miles, or 50K anywhere, I recommend buying this shoe. It is a great shoe. This one's actually relatively new. I've probably put 50 or 60 miles on this shoe, and I mean, it looks brand new. You don't have the knee pain, the joint pain. I have a stress fracture in my hip, and I went and ran on this without knowing I had a stress fracture, and I got through most of the run before it started hurting just because these are so cushioned. Great shoe. Ultra's done a fantastic job coming up with the shoe for the major ultra runner. Also, I'm 6'3", 205 pounds, and this shoe is a lifesaver for them. But it's not my number one shoe. My number one shoe is the Ultra Temp 1.5. Now these are filthy, and I apologize. That's actually the cleanest they've looked in a long time. I love these shoes. If you do any kind of racing on trails, this is the shoe. It's extremely lightweight, lots of support. Never rolled an ankle on it or anything. It is stable, even for my size. Great shoe. The gaiter fits perfect on it. I think it's a nice looking shoe. It has that extreme look that you want from a trail shoe. The Temp 1.5. I'm scared to death that when they come out with the new Temp, I want it to be just like this one. I want to continue to be able to find the Temp 1.5s. I'm so scared that I've been thinking about lately going and buying a bunch of pairs of these. So I'm trying to get into Leadville in 2020. And if I get in, I'm going to need a lot of Temp 1.5s because I absolutely love this shoe. I feel like I'm so much faster in this shoe than any shoe I've ever worn. It even is it's not a bad shoe on the road, but it's a great trail shoe. It has really good traction. None of these shoes hurt my foot. I know you're thinking that Ultra is my brand, and it is. It's the saver of my foot. I have a couple other shoes. I have the Nike Workhorse. I have several other shoes. Once you get past 3 miles, it starts hurting. Ultras, all 4 of these shoes are great. So if you get a chance and you've had any foot pain or you're wanting to get into trail running more severe, this is the first thing you do. Go pay for these Ultra Temp 1.5s. You'll absolutely love them. Also, the Ultra Touring Road shoe, great shoe. But this is my all-time favorite shoe since I've been running. And I've run, 3 Ironmans, 6 marathons, and now 50K. So Ultra Temp 1.5, great shoe. Go get you one now. Get at your local running store, support your local business. My local store is Get Fit in Amarillo, Texas. So you're welcome to go to that place. You'll love them. They're great guys. Great people, and they know ultra running for sure. So have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.